All right. Hey, everyone. One take. Yes, let's do this. How is everyone doing? All my fellas. Thank you for coming back. I missed you all three of you. It's been a really good day. I woke up. Actually, no, I didn't wake up. I stayed up all night. And that's not the best idea for someone who's been sick for past week or so, hacking up green stuff here and there. Always fun. Sounding like an old man with cancer. Just beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to use this video as my 2 days notice. I'm sending it directly to the CEO of sickness, and I'm letting him know that I quit. I'm done being sick. I am done being on the sick job. This just wasn't what I thought it would be, and I want it gone. That's just the end of it. I didn't know what I was getting into when I decided to get sick, but now I'm deciding to not be sick anymore. And you may already be confused, like, wait a minute. Being sick isn't something we choose. It just sort of happens. Well, let me tell you something. The brain is much stronger than that. The brain is so powerful, in fact, that you can give a random person a pill, and if they fully believe that that pill cures their sickness and makes their cold go away, and they take it, even if it was just a nothing pill and it didn't have any herbs in it or anything, their brain, through the sheer power of beliefs, will make them feel better. Maybe not cure them completely. It's a shaky thing. It depends on, how much you believe it, how powerful the belief is. It's just one of those things our brains can do where we just go, wait, that doesn't really make sense. How could you just have all this, have this power to get better just sitting dormant inside you, and you just don't, the body doesn't really think about using it? How could that be? But I've spent the better part of my years on this earth asking so many questions, and at this point I'm just taking everything for what it is and just adapting to it. And I'd suggest all of you do the same. If you're anything like me, if you're an overthinker, if you're the type to really like using that brain, stop. Okay? Sit right here, right now. Take a deep breath. Feel the blood coursing through your body. It's kind of creepy, but you get the idea. I'm just sitting here. It's like 11. Nice Sunday. Nothing to do. I didn't get a wink of sleep last night, but, we're just riding it out. And talking more about the brain is so powerful, and you may think, oh, my brain isn't powerful. How could I be in such a sorry state if my brain was powerful? What if I told you that your brain is probably 80% of the reason you have all these problems in your life, no matter what they may be? Your brain is keeping you from shit. Oh, whoopsie. Oh, goodbye monetization. We're at whatever happened to that. Oh no, I said the bad word. Anyways, your brain's powerful, and it can mess you up. It's so powerful, it can bring even you down. That's the type of mentality you need to have when you're approaching your psychology and your general attitude towards life, because I see so many people with these supercomputers, not only in their heads but in their pockets, these phones that just have access to any and all information by pretty much every source if you knew how to use it. And people decide, well, I'd rather just get this little dopamine drip feed and look at other people's lives and see the highlight reel of everyone else's experience on this earth and compare it to the full course of my own experience and just feel terrible because my life isn't a highlight reel. No one's is. You do have to realize, though, that your brain is powerful. So I'm going to teach you a little, I'm going to give you a little psychology lesson today, okay? It's been a while since I've been to psychology class, but one thing I really, really loved, one thing I really picked up from it is the locus of control, not the locust, that's a bug. The locus of control. See, there's two types of locus of control. There's the internal locus and the external locus. Now, when you're working on an external locus of control, you'll be walking around in life and an example of this control in effect would be something like, oh, I can't go to the gym because I have social anxiety and there are people at the gym and they scare me. So I can't do anything about it. The world is acting on me. The external is affecting me. Or they would say something like, oh, that person who is really rich and has a nice car, he just got lucky. His circumstances were better than mine. That's why he has the better car. Or, you know, my family's amazing and I have no, the only reason I have anything in my life is because of my family. That's the external locus of control. The internal locus of control doesn't deny that there's external factors at work here. There's still things in the outside world that affect you. If you get hit by a shovel, you get hit by a shovel and it'll hurt and you'll feel it. No amount of believing, well, we don't know that yet, but no amount of believing is going to get you to think, oh, that was a pleasant feeling, getting hit on the head with that shovel, unless that shovel gave you some serious brain damage and now suddenly pain is pleasure and pleasure is pain. But, that might just be the case anyway. All right, off topic. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. So, the internal locus of control. Someone who has the internal locus of control would look at his day or her day and go, okay, it's snowing. Everyone around me seems to be in a bad mood. I stubbed my toe by accident, but you know what? That's not going to affect my decisions. I'm hitting the gym today. I'm going on a run today. Why? Because I wanted to. Because I have the control. The control is inside, not outside. That's the internal locus of control. Now, these two concepts in psychology, they're basically just states of mind, it's not to say that either one is more valid or more, true, but the internal locus is generally seen as the more effective one when it comes to wanting to take control of your life. That's just the way it is. And of course, if you dive deep enough into psychology, you're going to stumble across that whole free will question. Now, people who have this internal locus of control, you could say they fully embrace the fact that they have free will or that they might have free will, and they move forward with the assumption that their actions are, their own, and they go, okay, I'm not controlled by this world. I'm not even controlled by my own biology. I'm just going to go and do what my will tells me to do. And those people, we like those people, pro bodybuilders, athletes, actors and actresses. They can be a spectacle, when you're surrounded by so many people who are just on autopilot and they basically let the world happen to them. You see this one person who just looks at everyone and goes, I can get up early. I can write 5 pages a day. I can read 5 pages a day. I can hit a 20-minute workout every single day and it won't be an issue. It's funny. Like, there's people, I've always seen it as people who claim their free will and people who just let the script run them. And we all run on a script, we're all human. I can say I have free will all I want, but if I get hit in the kneecaps with a baseball bat, I'm going to scream just like everyone else. This has gotten much more violent than I thought it would, but, we're just rolling with it now. The idea of free will and the idea that you can reach out and grab it and keep control of it it's what's driven humanity this whole time, I think. Free will's interesting. Did I choose to pull out this weird device and talk to it, and now I'm gonna hit a few buttons and put it on the internet and everyone's gonna look at it? Or was it all due to these internal factors that make me want status or, money or recognition, a name for myself, just like everyone else? You could say this isn't an act of free will because I'm acting on instincts, something a lot of humans want. If I really had free will, I would just go outside and shit on the ground. I could just go and shit on the sidewalk. No outside factors can stop me from that. It's scary how free we actually are. But this is why people have been going around in circles with this argument for eons. Do we actually make our own decisions, or is it just our chemical makeup that actually fits, that has some sort of conclusion to an equation? Free will versus determinism. What control do we have? And a lot of people wonder, well, do I want control? Should I give my control to someone or some idea? And what does that have to do with my beliefs? Well, I've seen, just in my experience, my 25 years on this earth, my 25 go-rounds around the sun, I've personally seen that people who believe they have free will and they make their own choices, those people are still and keep in mind, these are the types of people I've seen. Those types of people are just happier, better. I wouldn't say better. I don't want to call them better. But let's not mince words here. They're in a better position. They're probably a bit happier. They're probably a bit more ambitious. They probably have less limiting beliefs that tell them things like, oh, that tell them things like, oh, that's out of my control, or, oh, I can't affect that. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And yeah, I find myself in better company with people who really side with the idea that free will exists and they make their own choices. But you also get advantages on the other side. It's much easier to go with the flow when you're thinking about determinism. It's much easier to stomach a lot of the things that you have to do or the decisions you have to make in life. But if you want to say, oh, that's just you turning away from the better choices you could have made, well, that's one side of the argument. It's a never-ending argument. And if I tried coming to a conclusion on it, a conclusion in this video would never end. So we're at about almost 15 minutes now. All that shit just came out of my mouth. And I hope you do with it what you will. I was expecting this video to be a bit better or more entertaining, at least in my opinion. Who knows? Maybe you'll find it entertaining. Either way, I got no sleep whatsoever, but I still made a damn YouTube video, and that's pretty freeing, if I do say so myself. So, all my fellas, it's been a pleasure. Once again, you have yourself a lovely day, okay? Bye.